as we just saw, Republicans are mocking President Obama's youth outreach. But what can the GOP do to appeal to this critical group of voters? Joining me now is Romney surrogate Congressman from Illinois, Schock. Congressman, we know if you look at the 2008 election, Barack Obama won young voters, 18 to 29-year-olds, by 32 points. It's a vast margin, bigger than any margin since Bill Clinton in 1996. The message out there seems to be that Mitt Romney isn't exciting anyone, much less young people. I want to play something on Jason Sudeikis, who plays Mitt Romney on Saturday Night Live. Let's play it. I want to come back and talk about it with you real quickly.
He's not a wild man. We wouldn't want our president to be a wild man, but anyway, he is as bland can be at this point. He's like a butter sandwich with unsalted butter and the crust cut off.
That was Jason Sudeikis with David Gregory on Meet the Press's Press Pass. A unsalted butter sandwich. Congressman, what do you do with that image? How do you make Mitt Romney exciting to young people and everybody else?
Well, Chris, you know, they can play as many funny jokes as they want about Governor Romney, but one thing that's not funny is the fact that half of the college graduates last year are still unemployed. Half of the college graduates last year still live with their parents. And as these young people meet the Obama economy reality and realize that the man they voted for last time, the man they were so excited for last time, the great hope for our country, the uniter of our country, the man who is going to govern from the center and bring people together, has in fact been a very left-wing ideologue whose policies has harmed our economy and harmed the job market for the very young people who helped sweep them into office. So as a result, I'm not sure Republicans have to have anything too slick and glossy, other than the fact that the current economic policies are not working, and I think ultimately it will be a referendum on the president, and young people, based on the recent polling just this week, where 75% of young people had a favorable opinion of President Obama 4 years ago, that number's in the 40 percentile now. It's clearly why the president is making all of these campaign stops now around to college campuses to try and reconnect.
Now, Congressman, I want to ask, how much of the youth vote is about narrowing the margin by which Barack Obama wins it, and how much of it is a reasonable expectation that Mitt Romney could win it? Again, we're talking about a 30-plus point margin between Barack Obama and John McCain in 2008. I know 2008 isn't 2012, and Mitt Romney is not John McCain, but is your goal, particularly as someone who is on the younger end of the spectrum among congressional Republicans, is your goal to narrow that gap, or is there, do you believe, there is a compelling enough message that Mitt Romney can put forward, and I'd love to hear it if you think there is one, that he can actually win among those 18 to 29-year-olds?
Well, I think he can win, and you know, anytime you enter a campaign for anyone's vote, you enter the campaign to win it. So I think the Romney campaign, rightfully so, is targeting young people. When he came to my congressional district to campaign during the Illinois primary, he came to Bradley University in my hometown. We had over 1,000 young people show up with just a couple days' notice. He was received very well there, and I think his message is, again, not going to be slick and glossy. It's going to be of one look. I've created jobs. I've been in the private sector. I've worked in the real world, in the private economy, and where President Obama talks a good game, the reality is that his rhetoric doesn't match the reality that he's trying to paint. And so Mitt Romney, you know, you may not think he's funny, you may not think he's slick and glossy. The reality is he's a businessman. Nobody is questioning education in the private sector, or whether he knows how to manage, whether it's managing a state like Massachusetts, or managing the Olympics, or managing a private business. He clearly is somebody who knows how to create jobs, and at the end of the day, that's what college students and young people want more than anything, is a job.
Congressman Schock from Illinois, thank you for joining us.
Good to be with you, Chris.